Welcome back to another World of Warships. So today we have an interesting one. Was playing the Shimakaze, and you hear a lot of destroyers complain about CVs, which is, in my opinion, not a very good argument against CVs, but also I can kind of see where they come from sometimes. You know, with how they can keep you spotted if you let them. But there are several things you can do, so we will try to speed up a little bit to get to some of the points I was talking about. So, okay, I see planes coming in. They're coming in quick. I see a Des Moines over there. Now, see, the first thing I have is my AA is turned off. It's a lot harder for them to find you if your AA is turned off, because by the time they get close, sometimes they have to fly over you and waste their fighter consumable, which means that they have less to share later. Now, the first thing I did when I noticed he was coming over, in addition to having my AA off, is I took right up and walked up to my Des Moines and just ate his AA. And then later I thanked him, even though he probably had no clue what he did to help me. Moving forward a little bit. Still kind of just trying to figure out where I'm going. Trying to scout out any radar, anything nearby that could potentially pose a hazard. I see a few different ships over here. We'll try to go to the ship's camera. I see a Henry. Kind of want to torp that thing, but there's a Hindenburg heading down that way, and I just know, no matter how tempted I am, that if I were to fire torpedoes that direction, that Hindenburg is going to find them. It's like Jurassic Park, life will find a way. In this case, there's a way to kill itself. But I keep looking for an opportunity here, trying to see what happens at Hindenburg, trying to see if the Henri decides to push. Doesn't really become a problem. Still kind of sitting here. If you know how slow, notice how slow I'm going, is so that way if planes do come in or I'm suddenly spotted by, you know, destroyer or something somehow, I have time to put down some smoke and hide in it and not outrun my smoke. Nothing really happens here real quick. I keep trying to figure out if I can maybe torpedo that Henri, or maybe I think there's another battleship heading around here that I was looking for, but there's an enemy Hindenburg. So kind of just keep trying to look out for torpedo targets. Not trying to fire my torpedoes unless I have to. And there I fired all three of my racks. You typically don't want to fire all three of your racks. You want to usually fire two and then save one for if, you know, something comes up. However, I'm not going to lie, I am kind of sometimes bad at following my own rules. Seeing as how I have Cap C and it's kind of getting busy over here, I decide I need to move out and roam away. But I do, however, spot that Conqueror, and I'm hoping one of my torpedoes finds him, and I'm not sure if I remember if they do or not. I don't think they do. It's way past when it should hit. Yeah, there they go. So, I roughly remember this has been a couple weeks since I played it. So I'm skipping around it. You know, like I said, this is my first video in a long time. I've got a new computer, so hopefully if you guys want more, to be a little bit more organized instead of me just kind of rambling. Had a plan to start move up to D, which is really close to the midway, and I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, those rocket planes are going to destroy your life. They don't. And see, if you notice my AA is still turned off, I'm being very careful about trying to notice which way his planes might be heading. I do admit that I would like, I hit requesting support so people know that I'm pushing up. And You can see I'm slowly sneaking towards the cap because I know as soon as he finds me, or as soon as I start capping, he's going to come look for me. So I'm debating on whether to wait for smoke or to jump on the cap and just hope for the best. I decide I'm going to push forward, but really slowly, and then I start backing up for a bit, trying to figure out what I exactly want to do here. There is, I totally forgot that I was, what I was looking for. I see a Conqueror over there, and so I drop some torpedoes in hopes that, sounds like a Christmas carol, and in Shimakaze I dropped some torps in hopes that they would find the young kids who were good during the year. I don't friggin' know. But I noticed he's starting to come in with planes. And I'm trying to keep an eye out on where these torpedoes might be landing. And boom, right there. I nab one. I don't think any of the other ones hit anything. Oh, I lied. There was another one that hit. And there's my dev strike. Yeah, now I remember what happened. Sorry. Still trying to keep an eye on this midway. My fellow CV did me a favor and he dropped a fighter on top of me. I'm just kind of sitting here. He can't find me when I'm in smoke, especially without my AA guns. So I can just sit here for as long as I want and wait for that cap to come. There is a Worcester, I believe it was. Yeah, there it is. A Worcester who's trying to find me. He must have not have radar or have it down. I don't know what was wrong because he doesn't use it when I would think he would. Like, I think he'd light me up right now and just tear me to shreds. But he doesn't. He just kind of fires at me but misses a lot. To be fair, he probably should have easily had a chance to kill me. I see this Conqueror, and so I try to drop torps on him. But he kind of just dies before I have a chance to do anything to him. I'm gonna go ahead and let the enemy have their cap back. It's not worth dying for a cap unless it's, in your opinion, a good trade. But you do want to kind of harass them. Don't make it an easy cap. Don't give it away for nothing. But also, you don't want to lose your life. You can always get a cap, give it back, and then get it again. But like if you die, that's just going to handicap your team. So again, my CV is a god, and he a mighty legend. If you see that guy, compliment him. I don't know, but he has dropped me planes again. And if you noticed, the Worcester tried to light me up on radar. I was there for like a second, and then I was gone. Kind of start thinking about trying to hit this Hindenburger, but I know the enemy CV is still around. I know there's a Worcester around, and so I really don't want to make too much of a nuisance of myself. I'm just kind of looking around. Again, I see the planes. I'm wary of where they are. I have my AA off because the closer he gets, or if I keep my AA off, he might get bored or not be able to find me and miss me because the detection range is really close. But he does start heading my way, and when he comes within range where I know he'll be able to see me, that's when I use priority sector. Never underestimate priority sector. Even in ships with really bad AA, it can actually light them up pretty good. You know, I'm not doing crazy sick numbers, but I am doing surprising more than he would normally get. Now I lay down some smoke to have kind of hide away from those planes, and luckily my whatever you want to call that CV or that cruiser managed to take care of them. And we have, I dropped torps on the Worcester, kind of let Pavlov, whatever the heck his name is, try to take care of him. I'm trying to think of what I want to do next, and I think if I remember right, I kind of just go to cap that D cap again. You know, sweet vitamin D. So yeah, I'm still really wanting to play around that oyster. Still trying to be very careful about that CV. Is it dead yet? No, it's still there. Just trying to be a little cautious of all the things that are going on around me. And I'm sorry if I speed and stop too much. Don't see the worster, so I get back on the cap to do my capping thing. I have run out of smoke, which actually ends up hurting me later on. But this game's pretty worth already. So I'm out here kind of wary of where the CV might be, or the Worcester. Worcester just popped up and he's sailing away, so his radar and his everything else is completely useless. Again, I noticed the plane was coming in, and I kept my AA off, and then kind of got close to that Montana, so the Montana took most of his planes, and then I popped my priorities sector right when the planes were getting within my range to hit me. Again, I noticed the plane. This is important. Learn the destroyer mates. See planes coming in. I know Montana has pretty good AA, especially for a battleship, and so I sneak in close to the Montana, so if there are any planes that come my way, they get eaten up by the AA. And they're probably going to go after the bigger, more obvious target because they won't see you next to them. Now, here's what I was talking about with the smoke. I'm hydroed, and I do not have smoke to hide from. I only have one chance: torpedo, and pray to God I hit something. Planes from Midway are spotting me. I'm hydroed, is all kinds of a mess. I die here, but I light them up as best as I can, and I think I get the kill, but I can't remember. Thank you for watching. If you like it, subscribe and comment and tell me what you want more of, and I will work on it. And yeah, have a good day. You can watch me try to kill this cur first. I think I do. Alrighty. Yep, there's the kill. Not gonna bore you much longer, but thank you for watching. Have a good night.